Coming up on Midco Sports tonight, we recap the past 5 years of the USD and NDSU football border battle. We'll show you the highlights, then Brian, Sean, and Jay Elson join me in studio to discuss this matchup. Then heading to the hardwood, Jason and Dara recaps the South Dakota High School Sweet 16 for volleyball. And finally, part 2 of our Midco Magazine series, exploring how the high school football championships in South Dakota came to be. All of that plus much more, Midco Sports Tonight kicks off right now. Hello and happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Kelly Stewart, and this is Midco Sports Tonight. Well, with the border battle between South Dakota and North Dakota State coming up this weekend, we thought it was only fitting that would be the list topic for this week. So we went through the last 5 years of this Coyote Bison Brigade and picked out some of the big plays from each of those games. And we'll start in 2012, the first time these two teams met as Missouri Valley opponents. This is on October 20th, played at Howard Wood Field right here in Sioux Falls. And halfway through the first, Bison QB Brock Jensen gets NDSU on the board with this 10-yard touchdown run up the middle, 7-0 North Dakota State. A minute and a half into the first frame, running back Sam Ojuri bulldozes from 11 yards out, 14-0 Bison after 1 quarter of play. And then halfway into the second quarter now, Jensen on the QB keeper finds his way in from 2 yards out. NDSU cruises to the win in this one, 54-0. Looking at 2013, this one at the Fargo Dome, and a little over halfway into the first, Bison running back John Crockett takes the handoff. A few good blocks, and he's into the end zone, 28 yards for the score, 7-0 NDSU. A little over a minute later, North Dakota State airs it out. Brock Jensen to Ryan Smith, who's behind the defense. Smith into the end zone for 6, and it's a 64-yard touchdown pass, 14-0 Bison. Second quarter now, Jensen surveying out of the pocket. He decides to tuck it and run, and he would get all the way down to the 1-yard line before being brought down. That would set up a Sam Ojuri touchdown. Bison win that one 42-0. 2014 in the Dakota Dome, and Adam Keller gets NDSU on the board first, a 23-yard field goal. Then Carson Wentz with the starting job goes to R.J. Urzendowski. Avoids the tackle, gets NDSU some great field position, and that results in this early second quarter. Adam Keller boots it up again, this time from 21 yards out. NDSU is up 6-0, less than a minute into the second frame. And then over a minute later, NDSU has the ball in their hands. Carson Wentz to John Crockett. He bulldozes into the end zone. Bison up 13-0. Halfway through the second quarter now, Carson Wentz through the air. 10-yard touchdown pass to Luke Albers right on the money. They're up 20-0 so far, but spoiler alert, the Yotes would not get shut out at home. Quarterback Kevin Earl goes to Riley Donovan, the young prodigy, in the corner and the end zone. Coyotes still lose 47-7. I know Coyote fans have been waiting for this one, October 17th, 2015 at the Fargo Dome, and that's Chase Morlock. In the pass from Carson Wentz, he gets pushed out of bounds, but then Bruce Anderson goes untouched into the end zone for the score, 7-0 NDSU. Things not looking good for the road team early. USD gets hit after this catch and fumbles. The Bison are there to pounce on it and take over the possession. They'd use the momentum, 2.5 to go in the first. Carson Wentz throws the deep ball to Darius Shepard. Defense not too bad, but Shepard hauls it in. North Dakota State up 14-0 after 1 quarter. Here come the Yotes. Second quarter, Ryan Sager to Brant Van Rukel right on the money. And the Yotes trailed 14-7. And then a few minutes later, USD running back Trevor Bama catches it in space. He gets some good blocking from his wide receiving core. Look at that hustle. He goes 73 yards down all the way to the 1-yard line, and that sets this up. Ryan Sager on the QB keeper over the top. He goes in for 6, and we're tied up at 14 halfway through the second. NDSU would get the go-ahead score before the half. Wentz threads the needle to Andrew Bonnet from 7 yards out, 21-14 NDSU at the half. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, Sager rolling out to his right. He finds fullback Drew Potter, lays out, breaks the plane. We're all tied up at 21 right here under 5 minutes to go. Final seconds of this one, I'll let the radio announcer Joe Van Gore give you the story right here.
33-yard attempt for Bergner for the win. The snap, the kick on the way, it's on the way, and it is, yeah!
Needless to say, the Coyotes upset the Bison 24-21 in the Fargo Dome, snapping their 26-game home winning streak in the Missouri Valley. and it was USD's first win in Fargo since 1978. Now finally, the most recent matchup, November 19th, 2016 in the Dakota Dome. NDSU will get on the board first halfway through the first quarter. King Frazier on the 1-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Bison. But the Yotes would answer. Chris Strevler throws the long ball. That goes to Takari Carpenter, hits him in stride with the 36-yard pass. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Second quarter now, quarterback Easton Stick rolls out to the right, lobs it up for Darius Shepard. He gets tackled down, but not before he's in the end zone. 40-yard touchdown pass, Bison up 14-7. 4 minutes to go before half. Strevler in from 1 yard out, 14 all in Vermilion. But then 1 minute to go before half. Stick finds Jeff Ilias, who wrestles his way across the goal line. 13-yard touchdown pass. Bison up 21-14 going into half. Early third quarter now, Stick on the move, and he finds his tight end. That's Connor Wentz, who hauls it in the end zone for the score. 28-14 NDSU. The Yotes would hold the Bison scoreless for the rest of the game, but would only score one more themselves. Strevler to Alonjay Brooks, and NDSU wins this one by a touchdown, 28-21. As you can see, pure domination by the Bison in those early years, but nevertheless, the Yotes are picking it up. Well, when we come back, Jay Elson and Brian Sean are in studio to discuss these past 5 years of the Coyotes and the Bison. You're watching Midco Sports Tonight.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.